how to make sure you really learn new words and phrases. The biggest challenge the Japanese language possesses is the sheer amount of words you have to learn. The grammar is fairly easy, it's not that hard to pronounce, and there are plenty of materials available to help you learn. Unless you already know Chinese, Korean, or any other language that share a pool of similar words, you'll have your work cut out for you. While the Japanese language has acquired some words from English, the majority of words are unrelated and therefore not as easy to pick up for people whose native language is of European origin, for example. Here are a few ways to make it easier to remember new words. Number 1. Read a lot. Reading a lot is a great way to repeat what you already know, as well as encounter new words.
Have you given back my book yet?
Yes, I have.
Reading can allow you to interact with the language no matter where you are, as you can always carry reading material with you. This doesn't have to be a physical book, as you can just have things to read on your phone. That way you can make use of downtime to get some extra reading in throughout the day. To benefit the most from reading, you need to do it often. So make sure you at least do some reading every day. Also make sure you understand what you're reading. This probably means that you will have to go through a text slowly while looking up new words at first. Instead of reading new material all the time, read the same text over and over again until you've internalized the material. This will make your progress faster, as you will absorb more of the content. Number 2. Listen a lot. Like with reading, listening can also help you internalize Japanese. Again, you'll get the most benefit from listening to the same material over and over again. Try to repeat out loud what's being said as well, as this will make whatever new words you've encountered easier to remember. You might not be able to do this all the time, but it will be helpful even if you don't manage to do it every time you listen. You will also pick up on phrases and patterns that native speakers use, so listening a lot throughout the day can be very helpful. Number 3. Learn kanji. While some learners despise kanji, there's no getting around them if you truly want to make use of the Japanese language. Since kanji convey meaning and are used as compounds for many words, knowing the kanji will make it a lot easier to learn and remember new words. You can often figure out the meaning of a new word just by looking at the kanji, so prioritize learning at least the common use kanji. Number 4. Use Anki and spaced repetition. According to Wikipedia, spaced repetition is an evidence-based learning technique that is usually performed with flashcards. Newly introduced and more difficult flashcards are shown more frequently, while older and less difficult flashcards are shown less frequently in order to exploit the physiological spacing effect. The use of spaced repetition has been proven to increase rate of learning. If you enter words you want to remember into an app called Anki, then you will automatically have spaced repetition built in. Just go through your flashcards daily and you'll find it a lot easier to remember new words. Number 5. Create sentences with the new language. The best way to really learn new words is to start using them yourself. This isn't always practical if you have a large number of new words to learn, but it's still the best approach. Because the words you use depend on the context, not all the words you want to learn will naturally show up in conversation. This means that writing is the easiest way to make sure you get some practice in using them. Ideally, you should write a little Japanese every day. This can be just 15 minutes in the morning. Try to create your own sentences and make use of new words and phrases that you think will be useful. This will make it easier to remember the words when speaking as well. If you have someone who can correct your writing, then all the better. You might not be able to use all new words you would like to remember in writing, as it's more time consuming than just learning them from flashcards. So this might be best reserved for words that you have the most trouble with, but you still think would be useful to learn. You can also create sentences and test out new words by speaking out loud. You don't need a speaking partner to do this. Just speak out loud wherever you are. If you think that speaking out loud will make you sound crazy, well, that's essentially what I'm doing right now. So don't let it dissuade you, just close the door. In short, learning new words and phrases comes down to using them. So make sure you do that a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video and subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Never give up!